forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine.
When 18-year-old Tongi walked onto the American Idol stage, no one expected the emotional journey that was about to unfold. Hailing from Hawaii, shared a heartbreaking story of loss. His father, who had been his greatest supporter and musical inspiration, had recently passed away.
While you're sleeping, I try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes?
With his ukulele in hand, delivered a hauntingly beautiful rendition of James Blunt's Monsters, a song about saying goodbye to a loved one.
I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye.
His voice, filled with raw emotion and vulnerability, left the judges speechless. His audition wasn't just a performance. It was a deeply personal tribute that resonated with millions. His story and voice reminded us all of the healing power of music and the enduring bond between a father and son.
The best of what this world could give.
In 2015, a quiet 21-year-old mechanic named Josh Daniel stepped onto the X Factor UK stage, ready to share his voice. When asked about his song choice, Josh revealed he would sing Labyrinth's Jealous. But this wasn't a love song. It was a deeply personal tribute to his best friend, who had passed away just 2 years earlier.
But I always thought you'd come back. Tell me all you found was heartbreak and misery.
As Josh began to sing, his soulful voice, laced with raw emotion, filled the room. His rendition of Jealous took on an entirely new meaning, a lament for the moments he would never share again with his late friend.
When you left me, there's nothing to forget.
The impact was immediate. Judge Cheryl Fernandez-Versini was visibly moved. But it was Simon Cowell's reaction that shocked viewers. Known for his stoic demeanor, Simon, who had recently lost his mother, was overcome with emotion, wiping tears from his eyes as he struggled to compose himself. Josh's audition resonated far beyond the studio. His performance quickly went viral, with millions connecting to the raw vulnerability in his voice. To this day, his rendition of Jealous remains one of the most unforgettable moments in X Factor history.
Piece by piece, he filled the holes that you burned in me at 6 years old, and you know he never...
In 2016, Kelly Clarkson returned to the stage where her journey began, American Idol. But this time, she wasn't an aspiring contestant. She was a global superstar performing as a guest artist. Pregnant with her second child, Kelly delivered one of the most emotional performances in Idol history, singing her deeply personal song, Piece by Piece.
But your love, it isn't free, it has to be earned. Back then I didn't have anything you needed.
The song, written by Kelly herself, reflects her experience with abandonment by her father and contrasts with the unconditional love she found in her husband. As she sang, her voice cracked with raw emotion, especially during the lines about rebuilding faith in love and family. The weight of her lyrics was palpable, and the audience, along with the judges, was visibly moved. Even Keith Urban, known for his composure, was brought to tears. Kelly's vulnerability and authenticity turned the performance into a powerful moment, reminding everyone of her journey from the show's first winner to a celebrated artist who continues to inspire. The performance went viral, resonating deeply with fans. Kelly Clarkson's return to American Idol wasn't just nostalgic, it was transformative, proving that music truly has the power to heal and connect us all.
Can't hide. Said I knew myself, but I guess I lied.
In 2021, Jane Markziewski, known as Nightbirde, stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage and delivered one of the most unforgettable auditions in the show's history. With a radiant smile and gentle voice, she shared her story of battling terminal cancer, explaining that she only had a 2% chance of survival. But Jane's focus wasn't on her struggles. It was on hope, resilience, and finding joy in the face of hardship. She performed her original song, It's Okay, a deeply personal piece about moving forward during life's toughest moments.
Right. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's all right.
As her voice filled the room, raw and hauntingly beautiful, it wasn't just her lyrics that resonated. It was the strength and grace behind them. Her performance left the audience in stunned silence. Simon Cowell, visibly moved by the performance, pressed the golden buzzer, sending her straight to the live shows.
It's okay, if you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's all right.
Nightbirde's audition went viral, inspiring millions around the world with her powerful message. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Though she had to withdraw from the competition due to her health, Nightbirde's impact remains immeasurable. Her song became an anthem of hope, reminding us all of the strength it takes to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. Her legacy continues on, not just through her music, but through the countless lives she touched.
To say goodbye, I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh.
In 2015, Calum stepped onto the Britain's Got Talent stage, a moment that would change his life forever. But what made this audition so unforgettable wasn't just his incredible voice. It was the emotional story that unfolded before he even sang a note. He came to the audition to support his sister Jade, who had performed earlier that day. She poured her heart into her audition, but the judges decided it wasn't her time, sending her home in tears. Calum watched her disappointment, and with a heavy heart, he now had to take the same stage, carrying not just his own dreams, but the emotional weight of hers as well. For his audition, Calum chose Robin's Dancing on My Own. But this wasn't the danceable pop hit everyone knew. Calum slowed it down, stripping the song to its core and turning it into a haunting ballad.
I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, and I'm giving it my.
The reaction was immediate. The audience was transfixed, holding on to every note as Calum poured his soul into the performance. By the time he finished, the entire room was on its feet, erupting in thunderous applause. Simon Cowell, known for his tough critiques, pressed the golden buzzer, sending Calum straight to the live shows. The emotional weight of the moment wasn't lost on anyone. Here was a man who had just watched his sister's dream slip away, yet he found the strength to bare his soul in front of millions. The vulnerability he showed, both in his story and in his voice, created a connection that went far beyond the walls of that audition room. Calum's rendition of Dancing on My Own didn't just resonate with the studio audience, it became a global phenomenon. The performance went viral, amassing millions of views online and launching Calum into international stardom. His cover of the song went on to top charts worldwide, cementing his place as one of the most successful contestants in Britain's Got Talent history.
Frozen here on the ladders of my life.
In 2020, Archie Williams stood on the America's Got Talent stage, ready to share a voice that had been silenced for far too long. At 59 years old, Archie's story wasn't just one of perseverance, it was one of unimaginable injustice. In April of 1983, he was wrongfully convicted of aggravated rape and attempted murder, Sentenced to life without parole, Archie spent 37 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. It wasn't until 2019, when DNA evidence proved his innocence, that he was finally exonerated and freed. As Archie addressed the judges, he explained how music had been his saving grace during those decades of confinement. "Freedom is of the mind," he said, "and I would sing to give myself hope." Watching America's Got Talent from his prison cell, he dreamed of one day performing on that stage. And now, he had his chance. Archie chose Elton John's "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" for his audition, a song that mirrored his journey of holding on through the darkest times.
Let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see.
As he began to sing, his soulful voice filled the room, carrying the weight of his story. Every note was infused with emotion, his pain and perseverance echoing in every word. By the time he finished, the judges and audience were on their feet, some even wiping away tears. Simon Cowell, moved in a way rarely seen, called Archie's performance extraordinary and his story unforgettable. The audition went viral, reaching millions around the world who were inspired by Archie's strength, resilience, and unwavering hope. It wasn't just a performance, it was a testament to the power of the human spirit to endure, even in the face of unimaginable injustice.
Oh, in the fire, in the flood, there was Jesus.
In 2024, McKenna Breinholt stepped onto the American Idol stage, ready to share her talent and a story that would move everyone watching. At 25 years old, McKenna, a singer from Gilbert, Arizona, carried with her a powerful narrative of identity, resilience, and discovery. Adopted as a baby, McKenna grew up in a loving family, but she always felt a special connection to music, knowing her birth mother, Amy Ross Lopez, was a talented musician. Tragically, McKenna never had the chance to meet Amy, who passed away when McKenna was still a child. Determined to honor her birth mother's memory, McKenna chose "There Was Jesus" by Zach Williams and Dolly Parton for her audition.
I've been and where I'm going, even when I didn't know it or couldn't see it, there was Jesus.
The judges were captivated by the depth of her performance, with Katy Perry visibly moved by the story McKenna was telling through her song. But the most unforgettable moment came after her performance. In an emotional twist, American Idol arranged for McKenna to meet her birth family in person for the first time. The reunion was a deeply touching moment, filled with tears, laughter, and a sense of closure for McKenna as she connected with the family she had always wondered about. McKenna continued to honor her birth mother's legacy with performances like Joni Mitchell's "Both Sides Now."
I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow
And Chicago's "Hard to Say I'm Sorry."
I will make it up to you, I promise to.
Each performance felt personal, like a piece of her story was woven into the music. McKenna Breinholt's journey on American Idol was more than just a series of performances. It was a celebration of family, resilience, and self-discovery. Through her music, McKenna bridged the gap between her past and present, showing us all the power of music to heal, connect, and honor the people who shape us.